So formally students, once again assalamu alaikum and a very good rainy morning to all of you. So now my dear student, we have started with the chapter unit number 1, national topography, last week, right? And I have told you something about the physical landforms, the mountains relief features and mountains drainage features as well. And we have started with the northern mountains. And northern mountains, we have studied about Himalayas, and we have studied about Karakoram range. So I'm just going for the option of screen sharing, and then we'll recap what we have studied in the last class, and then we'll start with the new topic today. So my dear student, this is what we have started with the natural topography, which is our unit number 1. So here we have started with physical landforms of Pakistan, and physical landforms I okay, am I audible to all of you right now or not? So mountains of Pakistan really features includes altitude and height. Altitude and height, exactly the mountain altitude, the average altitude of that mountain. Then we have to write down the highest peak with its altitude. If that mountain has any highest peak, we have to write down the name of that highest peak with its altitude. For example, Karakoram mountain range has a highest peak K2. So K2 is the highest peak of Karakoram range with an altitude of 8,611 meters. Then types of rock, which types of rock is basically there? Igneous is the hard rock and sedimentary is basically the loose or soft rock. Slope, which type of slopes are there? The steep slopes are there or gentle slopes are there? जितना हाइट इंक्रीज होती है, जितनी altitude इंक्रीज होती है, उतना ही स्लोप जो है वो स्टीप होता है, और जितनी altitude कम होता है तो स्टीप स्लोप्स के बजाय वी हैव जेंटल स्लोप्स, राइट? टोपोग्राफी रगड है, प्लेन है, ऑब्वियसली हाई राइज माउंटेन रेंजेस है, रगड टोपोग्राफी है. रगड टोपोग्राफी मीन्स अनलेवल लैंड, undulated land. Passes, if there any pass is present in that mountain range, you have to write down the name of the pass. Glacier, if there any glacier present in that particular mountain range, we have to write down the name of that glacier. And always remember, student, if we are writing the name of the glacier, we have to write that this glacier is forming some glacier eroded features which are known as cirque and Aratin. This is what we have studied in the last week, but because it's a very important chapter and something very new to you people, so I am recapping this again in a bit detail. So these are the relief features of any mountain, right? Now drainage features, what is the drainage feature? River, name of the river passing by that mountain. If that any river is passing by that mountain, we have to write down the name of the river. And as river is passing, तो erosion होता है, तो the river eroded features बहुत सारे होते हैं, but we need to remember the name of one feature, that is gorge. So river is forming gorges. Gorges is basically a deep depressions. Deep depressions is created by river erosion, which is known as gorge. Now starting with, we have started with first mountain, now first type of mountain range, that is northern mountains, that Pakistan's northern mountains. Now Pakistan northern mountains range number 1 is Himalaya range. Himalaya range is subdivided into 3 parts. The lowermost part of the range is sub-Himalayas or Sivaliks. The middle range is known as lower Himalayas or Pir Panjal, and the topmost part of the range is known as greater Himalayas. So Sivaliks, southernmost part, made up of sedimentary rocks. Average altitude is 600 to 1200 meters. Sivaliks are also called the foothills of Himalayas. It has very gentle slopes and people can easily live and cultivate these areas. Now this is generally about Sivaliks, the lowermost range of Himalayas. And here we have 3 relief features. Number 1, sedimentary rock, made up of sedimentary rock. Number 2 relief feature here is average altitude is 600 to 1200 meters. And number 3 relief feature here is it has very gentle slopes. So this is all about the relief features of Sivaliks, which are found here, and there is no drainage pattern, means no river is passing through Sivaliks. Pir Panjal, the middlemost range of the Himalayas is known as Pir Panjal. Now, Pir Panjal relief features, basically what are they? The average altitude is 1800 meters to 4600 meters. Number 1, steep slopes and rugged topography. Number 2 and number 3, and they are made up of igneous rocks. Number 4, and there are a number of hill stations in Pir Panjal like Nathia Gali, Ghora Gali, Ayubia, etc. Number 5. Right, so this is what the relief features of Pir Panjals are. Now the drainage pattern, yeah, Pir Panjal has drainage pattern because river Jhelum is passing from pre-glacial Himalayas and carving river road features like gorges and V-shaped valleys. This is what we have done in the last class. Greater Himalayas relief features, altitude is more than 6,000 meters. They have very steep slopes and rugged topography made up of igneous rock. Now here we have the highest peak. The highest peak of Greater Himalaya is Nanga Parbat, 7,996 meters. This is the altitude of Nanga Parbat. These are few passes connecting one valley to another, example Ghanshero Pass, Babusar Pass, etc. Number of glaciers are located in this region, and the name of the glaciers are Rupal South and Rupal North. Rupal South and Rupal North are the glaciers, and they are forming eroded features like Cirque and Arit. So, do we have the drainage features of Greater Himalayas? Let's see. Yes, we have. So, River Indus is passing from Himalayas. It is also carving narrow V-shaped valleys and some large deep gorges. This is what we have done in the last week class, but I want to recap and re-revise it because something is very important. और अगर first class में किसी को कुछ नहीं समझ में आया तो अभी समझ ले. Karakoram range. The second range of northern mountain is Karakoram range. Karakoram range we have started in the last week as well. The average altitude of Karakoram in Pakistan is more than 7,000 meters, among which K2 is the highest peak, 8611 meters. Another name of K2 is Godwin Austin. This range has rugged topography and steep slopes. So, देखो, first relief आया altitude of Karakoram. Second relief आया highest peak. Third relief आया rugged topography. Fourth relief आया steep slopes. Fifth relief आया passes like Karakoram and Khunjurapa is connecting Pakistan to China. Six relief, few important valleys like Skardu, Mushabrum, Gushabrum, and sixth feature is glaciers. World's largest glacier in Karakoram like Siachen, Hisper, Batura, etc., forming Silk and Arabic. So these are the relief features of Karakoram range. Drainage feature, River Hunza and River Gilgit are passing and forming gorges. This is where up till we have done in the last week. Now today, Asha. Now we have done the map work also of these ranges. So now just revise it. So this is the map work of these ranges. I told you in exam or in any test when they ask you about the mountain, तो mountains के लिए हम ऐसे line से represent करते हैं. I told you that. So here on the eastern part of Pakistan we have हिमालयाज. हिमालयाज ईस्ट में आ रहे हैं. नॉर्थ में हमारे पास हिमालयाज के नॉर्थ में वी हैव कराकोरम रेंज और हमारे पास नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट, द इंटायर नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट इज कवर्ड बाय Hindu Kush mountain. This is what I told you in the last class. Now look at this map. I told you about this map as well. Now this green ring representing Himalayan range. I told you the lower green ring, the lower line representing Sivaliks. And then if we made middle line in the middle, that is Pir Panjal, and the top green line is representing Greater Himalayas. Okay, the lower middle ring line represents Sivaliks. In the middle we have Pir Panjal, and the top green ring line representing Greater Himalayas. Then on the north of Himalayas we have the entire range of Karakoram. Now this white color is representing snow-capped peaks, means these areas are covered with snows. These mountain ranges are covered with snow. The white color represents basically, okay, this is the entire Karakoram range. And then we have, I told you, the northwestern part. The north, we have done the cardinal points in detail. So I hope that you now understand the directions. The northwestern part of Pakistan is covered with Hindu Kush range. Hindu Kush range is entering in Pakistan from Afghanistan, right? So here you can see the white color part in Hindu Kush range as well, means these areas, these ranges are covered with snow. So this is the Hindu Kush range, right? The entire northwestern part is covered with Hindu Kush range. The northern part of Pakistan, extreme north, is covered with Karakoram range. And then we have Himalayas. So the entire northern Pakistan is covered with these three mountain ranges, that is Himalayas, Karakoram and Hindu Kush, right students? So now coming to Hindu Kush range. The northwestern part of Pakistan is covered with Hindu Kush range, which is also known as northwestern range of Pakistan. Obtain an average height of more than 5,000 meters in Pakistan. Highly barren mountains. Highly barren means कि इन mountains के ऊपर कोई cultivation नहीं है, कोई greenery नहीं है. ठीक है, गिलगित जाते हैं ना तो गिलगित में कहीं हमें greenery नजर नहीं आती है. ठीक, तो माउंटेन्स बिल्कुल बैरन है, कल्टिवेबल माउंटेन्स नहीं है, विथ rugged topography. The important passes of this range are Dora Pass, Shera Singh Pass, which are connecting Pakistan with Afghanistan. Some of the most beautiful valleys are here, like Chitral, Swat, are located in this range, that is Hindu Kush range. आयशा, आप इस वक्त घूम रही हैं, इस्लामाबाद जा रही हैं, तो आप जा रही हैं हिमालयाज की तरफ. ठीक है, आप हिमालयन रेंजेस की तरफ जा रही हैं, हिमालयन रेंजेस से गुजर रही हैं, और इस वक्त आप हिंदू कुश माउंटेन रेंजेस से घूम फिर के वापस आ रही हैं. ठीक है, आप सवात गई हैं, महूडन लेक गई हैं, और जहाँ जहाँ भी आप गई हैं, दैट इज ऑल अ पार्ट ऑफ हिंदू कुश माउंटेन रेंजेस. गॉट इट? ठीक है, तो इस वक्त जो आपने सफ़र किया, जो टूरिज्म किया है, टूर किया है, वो हिंदू कुश माउंटेन रेंजेस में किया है. नाउ यू आर टूवर्ड्स हिमालयन रेंजेस. अभी आप हिमालयाज की तरफ हैं एंड यू आर ट्रैवलिंग इन हिमालयाज. So the beautiful valleys like Chitral and Swat are located in this range. The highest peak of this range is Tirshmir, 7690 meters, and Naushak, 7484 meters. And the name of the glaciers which are found in this range is also Tirshmir Glacier and Naushak Glacier, which are making glaciative features like Sirk, Arid and U-shaped valleys. ठीक है जी, ये आपके फीचर्स हो गए हिंदू कुश माउंटेन रेंजेस के. क्या क्या रिलीफ है? एवरेज एल्टीट्यूड 5000 मीटर, रगड टोपोग्राफी, passes, Dora and Shera Singh Pass, connecting Pakistan with Afghanistan, valleys Chitral and Sawat, highest peak in glaciers Tishmeer and Naushad, and glaciative features like Serkan, Arid. Drainage features of this mountain, River Hinza and River Gilgit, are passing and forming gorges. So this is all about Beta Hindu Kush range, right? So map work we just have done, that how basically usually comes in test or exam to label the mountain range that they are representing through a line. सिटीज़ को डॉट से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, ठीक है, और प्रोविंसेस को जो है सिंपली अल्फ़ाबेट लिखते हैं, सिटीज़ को डॉट बना के अल्फ़ाबेट लिखते हैं, नेबर कंट्रीज़ में भी अल्फ़ाबेट से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, माउंटेन रेंजेस को प्रॉपरली इस तरह से लाइंस बना के रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, और रिवर्स जिस तरह से बने हुए होते हैं उसी तरह से रिवर्स बने हुए होते हैं, एंड देन यू हैव टू label it. This is how it usually comes in exam, the map work. And I told you okay, map work is a very essential part when we talk about geography. And now we have started Pakistan geography, so we'll be studying all about Pakistan, so we'll be practicing Pakistan maps. Importance of northern mountains. Why northern mountains are so important for Pakistan? Why they are so important? Mountains हैं तो इतने important क्यों हैं? Number one, snow-capped peaks melt during summer and contribute water into River Indus and its tributaries, which is helpful for HEP and irrigates vast area. Now this means that when the glaciers and snow start melting during summer season, जितनी भी winter में snowfall होती है, when it started, yes, very good Aisha, to keep the balance in the water cycle as well. When they start melting, okay, so the water enters into the River Indus and its tributaries. Then that water is used for the generation of hydroelectricity, and that water is used to irrigate the agricultural land of Pakistan. I told you that our economy is agro-based economy, and our overall economic output is dependent on our from agriculture sector. So we need to develop irrigation network system. We are not dependent on rainfall to water our crops. So we have a world best irrigation network system through which we are irrigating our lands, agricultural lands. So we irrigate vast area, we store that water in the reservoirs of the dams and barrages, and we irrigate the vast area here. ठीक है जी. Number 2 is passes connect Pakistan to China and Afghanistan for trade activities. Passes are very much there. We have studied few of the passes in northern mountains, like we have studied Khunjerab Pass. Khunjerab Pass, through Karakoram Highway, we reach to Khunjerab Pass, and Khunjerab Pass is connecting Pakistan with China, our neighbor country. In the same way, we have Dora Pass and Shera Singh Pass, which are connecting Pakistan with Afghanistan, and these passes are basically land routes, right? We are traveling via land routes, so via land routes these passes are connecting Pakistan with our neighbor countries, that is China and Afghanistan, and it is promoting trade between these two countries. A land route through Karakoram Highway, KKH here means Karakoram Highway. A land route through Karakoram Highway connects China to carry out trade activities. Mountains provide protection to Pakistan against cold winds from Central Asia. Central Asia में basically we have Siberia, Russia, ठीक है? So Russian Siberian winds are very cold and very chilly winds. So these mountain ranges, the northern mountain ranges, they are acting as a barrier to prevent Pakistan from these Siberian winds. क्योंकि ये साइबेरियन विंड्स अगर पाकिस्तान में आएंगी तो टेम्परेचर बिलो फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट जाएगा. तो पाकिस्तान का टेम्परेचर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अगर देखा जाए तो बिलो फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट बहुत कम ही जाता है. एक्सट्रीम विंटर्स में बहुत एक्सट्रीम नॉर्दर्न एरियाज जो है, बहुत एक्सट्रीम नॉर्थ पर जो है, वहाँ पर बिलो फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट टेम्परेचर होता है. अदरवाइज पूरे पाकिस्तान में बिलो फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट टेम्परेचर नहीं जाता. Scenic beauty promotes tourist resorts, which are a source of income to local people during summer. यू ऑल नो दैट अभी देखिए कितने लोग टूरिज्म पर हैं. जैसे ही टूरिज्म ओपन हुआ है पाकिस्तान का, एवरीवन रश टूवर्ड्स दीज beautiful areas and valleys of northern mountains, Taran, Kagan, Gilgit, Sawat, Kalam, Malam Jabba, Mari, Ayubia, Natya Gali. Beautiful. Why we go there? Why people from Karachi, from Lahore and other cities of Pakistan rush towards these areas? Because of their scenic beauty, the natural beauty, the mountains, the rivers, the waterfalls, the valleys, the lush green meadows over there. The people rushed for the scenic beauty, and this scenic beauty promotes tourist resorts, and these tourist resorts are the source of income to local people during the summer season. I hope you all understand these importance of northern mountains, why the northern mountains are of so importance, right? So this is about the importance of northern mountains, and then we have a topic now, the last topic of this northern mountains, people and economy in the northern mountains, how people are living in the northern mountains and how they are earning, what is the source of income. As I just told you, in the summer season they earn from the tourists, right? जितने भी restaurants हैं, rest houses हैं, guest houses हैं, hotels हैं, they all are full. ठीक है, बिल्कुल full हो जाते हैं because of it's a tourist season. ठीक है, तो they earn in this season, right? But in winters tourism बिल्कुल नहीं होता. Roads are blocked, areas are blocked because of excessive and heavy snowfall. So what they do during winter, farming is not possible. Why farming is not possible? Because this area is covered with snow. People are involved in indoor activities like carpet weaving, embroidery work, rugs, and other handicraft items. So what they do in winter? Winter में there's no outside work, farming is not possible. ठीक है, livestock को भी लेकर नहीं जा सकते हैं बाहर, और tourism भी नहीं होता है because of heavy snow falling. So they kept themselves busy in indoor activities like they weave carpets, carpet weaving. They make beautiful carpets, embroidery work, rugs, and other handicraft items include basically woodwork. Handicraft जो northern mountains से basically होता है, that is woodwork होता है. So they make different things like this. Transhumance is also practiced. Transhumance, a new word for you. What do we mean by transhumance? Now pay attention and listen carefully. Transhumance is a type of temporary migration. Transhumance is a type of temporary migration which takes place in the mountainous areas, especially in the northern mountains and in the western mountains. Transhumance is a type of temporary migration which takes place in the northern mountainous areas and western mountainous areas during only in winter season. अब क्या होता है विंटर सीजन में? बिकॉज एक्सट्रीम नॉर्थ पे एक्सट्रीम विंटर्स होते हैं, heavy snow falling hoti hai, the land is covered with snow, the people have no choice to migrate from higher altitude areas to lower altitude areas where there is availability of pastures for their animals and availability of water and food. Because in higher mountain areas, as the land is covered with snow, water is freezed, so means there is a shortage of water and food and pastures for their animals. So they do this temporary migration during the winter season. From higher altitude areas, they migrated to lower altitude areas where there is availability of water, food, and green pasture for their animals. When the winter is over, they again, along with their animals, go back to their own places in the higher altitudes. So this is transhumance. This is a type of temporary migration, takes place in winters in the northern mountainous areas and in the western mountain areas. Number 4, life is difficult in the northern mountains due to lack of infrastructure facilities. Example, bridges over the rivers and roads. Yes, अब तो बहुत बेहतर हो गया है, बहुत roads बन रहे हैं, बहुत bridges बन रहे हैं, but again extreme north पे जो है अभी भी ये problem है, ये infrastructure का bridges नहीं है, roads metal proper नहीं बने हुए हैं. Tourist industry is very important, providing employment here. Yes, I told you, because in the summer season, that's their earning season, and tourist industry prevails there. So it's very important for providing employment. The road links are closed in winters because of snowfall. Fruit processing is also an important industry. Fruit processing. नॉर्दर्न माउंटेनियस एरियाज़ में हमें क्या मिलता है, हमें एप्पल मिलते हैं, आलमंड्स मिलते हैं, पीचेस मिलते हैं, पोमीग्रेनेट्स मिलते हैं, चेरीज़ मिलती हैं, ग्रेप्स मिलते हैं. तो हेयर फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यहाँ पर जितने भी जो जैम्स हमारे पास मार्केट में अवेलेबल हैं, फ्रूट जैम्स बेसिकली, वो हमारे पास नॉर्दर्न माउंटेनियस एरिया से आते हैं. फूड प्रोसेस होता है, प्रोसेस होकर फिर इंडस्ट्रीज़ में जाता है, जहाँ पर हमारे पास डिफरेंट चीज़ें जो फ्रूट्स के अवेलेबल हैं वो हमारे पास इस तरह से आती हैं. तो बेसिकली दिस इज़ हाउ द पीपल लिव एंड हाउ दे अर्न their living in the northern mountainous areas. So here we have completed our first topic of natural topography, that is northern mountains. Northern mountains has three ranges: Himalayas, Karakoram and Hindu Kush. We have done in details about their relief features and their drainage features. And then we have just done the importance of northern mountains, right? And then the people and economy in the northern mountains. We have just completed the map work as well here. This is Himalayas, okay, Greater Himalayas. The north part is covered with Karakoram range, and the northwestern part here, it is the entire range of what? The entire range of basically Hindu Kush range. ये मैप देख लेते हैं दोबारा से. देखिए ये पूरा हिमालयाज है, then we have this Karakoram, and then this we have Hindu Kush mountain ranges. ठीक है, और यहाँ पर भी देख लेते हैं तो भी यही बता रहा है, दिस इज हिमालयाज, दिस इज कराक्रम एंड दिस इज हिंदू कुश माउंटेन रेंज. So this is the map work of northern mountains. I hope I'm pretty much clear about all this. Yes or no, students? Am I clear to everyone? That's great. That's great. Anyone would like to ask any question? No. So now we are left with 10 minutes more, and I told you that I'm going to take a quiz with all of you. Remember that? A quiz today. So I'm just here, stopping the screen sharing option so that I can interact with all of you. Yes, everyone, kindly please switch on your cameras. Everyone, hurry up students. We have 15 participants today. It means 15 students are taking class today. So all the 15 students, kindly please switch on your cameras. We have a quiz today. Okay. So now students, मैं जिस student को call out करूँगी, अमार, जोएना, उमेमन, सब kindly अपने cameras on कर लीजिए. It's a marked quiz. It's a marked quiz. I want everyone to switch on their cameras. Everyone. Otherwise, I will remove that student from my class. Okay, now. My question number 1 is from Basil. Basil, I'm unmuting you. What happened? Okay, now.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Basil, my question is with you. Name the country which is sharing its longest border with Pakistan.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. Thank you, Basil. Mute yourself. My second question is with Shehram. Shehram, unmute yourself.
जी मिस.
Name the border. Name the border which is shared with Pakistan by Afghanistan. Name the borderline.
ताजिकिस्तान.
I am asking about the borderline. So Shehran, mute yourself. आपका आंसर गलत है. Shifa Abdullah, unmute yourself. Yes, Shifa, the same question with you. Name the borderline.
Urine line?
Urine line. Very good, Shifa. Excellent. So Basil and Shifa, very good. Now, Hira, my question is from you. You unmute yourself. Great. Okay. Now, Shifa, tell me, which was the largest city of Pakistan? Name the largest city of Pakistan. Hira, name the largest city of Pakistan. Hira, I can't hear you, beta.
Karachi.
Karachi. Karachi. Very good, Hira. Hamza Asif.
Karachi.
Yes, Hira. Hamza Asif, unmute yourself. Hamza, in which province Karachi is present?
Sindh.
Then, name the provincial capital of Sindh.
Karachi.
Karachi. Thank you, Hamza. Very good. Sufyan. Sufyan, unmute yourself. Sufyan, which neighbor country is not sharing the direct borders of Pakistan? Pakistan. Which country, which neighbor country is not directly sharing with Pakistan?
Yes, by the way, I just came right now in the class because I haven't read through this.
Okay, Sufyan. Abdul Muiz, unmute yourself.
Yes, miss.
The same question, Abdul Muiz. Which neighbor country is not sharing its direct borders with Pakistan?
Tajikistan.
Tajikistan. Very good, Abdul Muiz. Very good. Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani.
Yes, miss.
Name the border which separates Pakistan with Tajikistan. Name the border which separates Pakistan with Tajikistan.
Miss Afghanistan.
Name the border which separates Pakistan with Tajikistan. Name of the border. You are not prepared, Abdul Ghani. Okay. Maryam Sarfaraz.
Yes, miss.
Yes, beta. Name the border which separates Pakistan with Tajikistan.
Wakhan corridor.
Very good. Wakhan corridor, Wakhan territory, or Wakhan border. Very good, student. Sadia. Sadia. FATA stands for what? FATA stands for what? FATA stands. Yes, beta.
मिस आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी जी, आप ऑडिबल हैं, मैं आपको सुन सकती हूँ. Sadia, FATA stands for what?
Federally administered tribal area.
Excellent, Sadia. Sadia, okay, mute yourself. Federally Administrative Tribal Areas. FATA stands for Federally Administrative Tribal Areas. Name the fifth province of Pakistan which is located towards the northern areas of Pakistan. Aisha. I think Aisha's signals has dropped. Umme Ayman. Ayman, name
Gilgit Baltistan.
Gilgit Baltistan. Very good, beta. Excellent, excellent. Okay, now Abdul Moiz. Abdul Moiz.
Yes, miss.
Abdul Moiz, switch on your camera. You're not supposed to switch off the camera when the live quiz is taking place. Fazil Rehan, Mariam Sarfaraz, switch on your camera, students. It's an online quiz. Yes? Abdul Moiz. Okay, fine. Now my question is from Sayyida Maria. Maria, unmute yourself. Maria, unmute yourself. Okay, Maria, my question, what is located towards the south of Pakistan? What is located towards the south of Pakistan? Towards the south of Pakistan. Towards the south of Pakistan. Okay, Maria, you are not prepared. Aisha Shah Jahan. Aisha, unmute yourself. Aisha, am I audible to you? Okay. Aisha, what is present towards the south of Pakistan?
Arabian Sea.
Arabian Sea. Excellent, Aisha. Very good. So, Maria, now is this clear? What is present towards the south of Pakistan is Arabian Sea. Mute yourself, Maria. Okay, now, my question is from Zuvaina. Zuvaina, name the international airport present in Karachi.
Jinnah International Airport.
Jinnah International Airport, Karachi. Very good. All these things which are I'm asking, yeah, we have studied in this chapter, right? Nothing is like we have not studied it. Okay, now, how many cities are prescribed by CIAIE for the practice? Number of cities. How many cities we have to practice? Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani. Switch on your camera, Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani. Okay. Abdul Ghani, I am just removing you from my class, not following the instructions. Basil, unmute yourself.
Yes, miss.
Basil, my question is, name any 5 cities which is prescribed by CAIE. 5 important cities of Pakistan.
Yes, miss.
Name any 5 cities prescribed by CAIE for the preparation on the map. Basil, name any 5 cities. Basil, disconnected. Smart move. Mohammed Sufyan. Unmute. Mohammed, okay, fine. You haven't attended the last class, no problem. Abdul Ghani, once again. Switch on your camera. Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani. Abdul Ghani, I am removing you from my class, not following the instructions second time. And I will not mark you for this. Okay, I have removed him. Okay, now my question is from Shifa. Shifa, name
Yes.
any 5 cities prescribed by CAIE out of,
Karachi,
okay, Karachi,
Sakhar, Gwadar, Quetta, and Islamabad.
excellent, excellent, Karachi, Sakhar, Gwadar, Quetta and Islamabad. These are the 5 cities out of 15 cities. Out of 15 cities, we have practiced 15 cities, important cities of Pakistan. Yes,
Miss आपने
students?
14 बोली.
No, no, it's 15 there. Just check the list. It's 15 cities, including Murray. Including Murray, we have 15 cities. Okay, now students, so this is all about the general quiz, which I told you. Excellent students who have participated and give correct answer. Some of the students still needs to practice. So students kindly आज LMS पर आपका एक क्विज पोस्ट कर रही हूँ मैं. वो क्विज आप लोग PDF फॉर्मेट में मुझे सबमिट कीजिएगा और उस क्विज का टाइम जो है मैं पोस्ट करूँगी वो 5 o'clock पे, ठीक है. और आज जो 5 o'clock के बाद फिर आप लोग मुझे वो कल जो है सबमिट करेंगे. आप लोगों को सिर्फ एक दिन 24 आवर्स की डेडलाइन है. 10 मार्क्स का क्विज है, इसी तरह का 1 लाइनर जैसे कि मैंने भी आपसे क्विज लिया है. तो आप you all are very well prepared. I'm so happy to see this. Right, something on the chat box. Let me check what students are asking. Though I have asked Amar, yes, you are present, beta. I have seen your camera is not working. Okay, now, student, now what you have to do is prepare yourself with all the northern mountainous ranges. ठीक है, आपको जो है वो northern mountain ranges which we have done, Himalayas, Karakoram and Hindu Kush. कल आपका एक quiz होगा about from these 3 ranges, right? And it's all about the relief and drainage features. I may ask any question from anyone about name the highest peak of Himalayas along with the altitude, name the glacier of Karakoram range, or name the glacier of Hindu Kush range. This is how I'm gonna ask different questions related to the relief and the drainage features. So I would like everyone now to prepare themselves, because again it's very important, students. So I would like all of you to prepare yourself about the relief features and the drainage features of these mountains. Today evening, I'm going to post a 10-mark quiz on LMS. So kindly please do it and submit it to me in the form, in a PDF format. So that's all from my side today, students. Stay safe, stay home, enjoy learning, and prepare yourself for the next quiz tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. Allah Hafiz, students.